Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing lovely. Today we are working on these two IKEA, I think these are the hemness nightstands. These are nightstands that Chad and I had prior to me adopting the antique nightstands I've done in the past. And I no longer have a use for these, so I decided to just repaint them and try to list them for sale just to get them out of the house and see what I could do with them. So I'm going to walk you through my process in this video. So grab your drink, your coffee, whatever you're drinking, and let's get into the video. Okay guys, so this is actually probably one of the only times I will be doing a voiceover in this video. I'm trying to change it up a little bit, but I wanted to explain what I'm doing here because I feel like out of context it looks a little weird. So I had put some contact paper on top of both of these nightstands when I had bought these and put them together because things happen and I wanted to take care of them as best as I could. So I just had put some clear contact paper on the tops just so I could be a little more at ease. And then I'm actually going in with some Tsp Cleaner. So this wasn't really necessary. I could have used just hot soapy water because I knew the back history and the the cleanliness of these. They were in really good shape and I actually really like these, but I like the antique nightstands better. But I went in with the Tsp because it's what I had ready available and I just wanted to get started. Okay guys, so I had to move the pieces inside because it is super windy today in California, and I just wasn't digging it. So after I clean any piece, I like to go with a Scuff Sand.
Mommy, this needs a leg.
I know. Why'd you sit there when you know she's gonna come to me? Here, Jenny.
Oh,
hi, Sleepy.
Hi guys. Sorry guys.
Anyways, so we've had these for 6 years, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. And I mean, they're super basic IKEA pieces of furniture. And I actually swapped them out for, no, don't lift up your dress on the camera. I actually ended up swapping them out for two antique nightstands that I tried to sell them, but they weren't selling, and then I just decided to keep them. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and flip these and get at least what I paid for out of them.
I want to keep yours.
No, we're not gonna keep these because I'm keeping the green ones that are already upstairs. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys was basically the basic things you need to flip furniture. I remember when I first started out, I watched so many YouTube videos and so many YouTubers, and these kinds of videos helped me out. And I thought that I might be able to help some of you stay-at-home mommies who are interested in doing this kind of thing, in figuring out the things you need to start out with and then building from there. I feel like in less than a year, I've come pretty far in my methods, and I'm more comfortable sharing my methods with you guys and getting feedback. So, like I said, these are basically, these have only been owned by us, so I'm not worried about where it's come from. And when I was cleaning them, even though I still use the TSP, I wasn't worried about like unknown factors when it comes to that part. And they were very light cleaning. I had put contact paper on the tops of both of these because I wanted to be able to put like wet drinks and stuff on top, but I took that off just to give myself a different look. And okay guys, so after cleaning, you are going to want to scuff sand. So my tip for you guys is to have 2 different grits, and mine has some grass on it, but I only pretty much, unless I'm doing like a natural wood finish top, I end up only using 2 pieces of sandpaper in 2 different grits. So to scuff sand, which basically gives you a better adhesion when painting pieces, I use a 150 grit. Oh, this is backwards, but I use a 150 grit because I now use a orbital sander. I get the orbital pieces, but I was buying the sheets of paper, guys, and just wrapping them around a block. So basically depends on your preference. Now, because I'm more used to using sandpaper, using this doesn't bother me. And I actually prefer these because I feel like once I fold it in half, it's more contoured to my hand. And it's cheaper than me buying 2 different kinds of papers, you know? They do have sanding blocks, which also work really well. Wow, I spilled some, I spilled wood stain in the garage just now, and I'm kicking myself because it was a brand new thing of wood stain. Anyways, so like I said, do what you feel is best, but if you're trying to be more economical, you only need 2 grits. So 150 for scuff sanding. A lot of people use 180 or a 220 grit. I use 150 because I feel like it gives me a better adhesion. And then the other grit that I would recommend in between any coats of paint is a 600 grit. So when I say any coats of paint, I mean the actual like paint color, and then like primers and stuff, because the 150 is going to help your primer stick better. But after that, after the initial scuff sanding, use a higher grit. This will give you a more factory-like finish than you would normally get, and it makes it so you don't really see so many brush strokes. So as the time has progressed and I've gotten more used to painting, I like a partial brush stroke look. I don't like tons of brush strokes, but I do like people to know that, hey, I am painting this by hand, and I'm not ashamed to say it. What? I don't have any.
Oh.
I don't. It's all gone.
Oh.
Oh. Here, kisses. You want me to get you something else? I don't have pop.
Oh.
You eating chips? Chippies? Chippies? Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, and aside from the 2 different grit sandpapers, There are so many paints out there, guys. You can get them at Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, and I could sit here for at least an hour and describe every single paint that I've tried in depth and stuff. But if you're wanting to do like a quick start, I have tried, this is the Behr decorative chalk paint. I've tried this in multiple colors. It depends on who you're asking. This last time, the assistant at the paint station only allowed me to mix from the Behr chalk paint like pamphlet, but I've had a lot of people mix from like the card chalk paint sample, not chalk paint, the card section at Home Depot. So it basically depends on who you're talking to if they will or won't do it. But this time I just got a basic black because I'm trying to get these sold as quickly as possible. But you can get multiple colors and they're very popular colors, and I feel like the adhesion's really good, and it's only like 20 bucks for a can that will last you a long time. I think the last couple cans have lasted me a long one. I've done multiple pieces, and yeah, I feel like it's a good investment, and you don't have to wait for shipping times. I love my companies that ship their paint, but at the same time, I do like having an access to a paint that is pretty good. Watch your head. That is pretty good for what you're paying. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, guys. So Behr chalk paint, the decorative chalk paint, and then for a sealer, so I have done so many different kinds of sealers. I have tons of them that I like and I don't like. If you want me to do a video like that, comment down below and I will go in depth on products that I love. But what I've really been liking recently is the Varathane triple thick polyurethane. So a lot of people use polyacrylic, and I've used it a couple times, but the few times I have used it, I haven't liked the application results. Probably user error, but I feel like polyurethane is a little more forgiving. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's just a personal opinion, not facts, guys. And then this is actually the clear matte finish. So it's triple thick, one layer is all you need, and it's matte. All right, so I'm going to get to scuff sanding, and then we're gonna get to painting. Okay. Okay, and here's a little tip. I forgot to take out my hardware when I was cleaning my piece. I feel like that's the most opportune time to take the hardware off. And that also gives you something to do while you're waiting for things to dry. I am done scuff sanding. Another tip is try and sand with the grain of things. Like the tops do side to side and up and down for sides and stuff. That just kind of sets the, anyways, sorry. So it kind of sets you up for better lines later on. So I'm done scuff sanding with the 150, and I'm going to wipe my piece down with just a wet cloth, and then we're gonna get to painting. I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips on my version of getting a smoother finish, and hope you guys enjoyed the tips. Okay guys, sorry that if this is a weird angle. Like I said, I'm filming inside. Normally I film outside. But I wanted to give you my pointers. So, they usually give you that big jar of paint, and I find that those are kind of hard to maneuver with. So I usually save jars from other paint companies. You can also use like Dixie cups or red cups or whatnot. Pour your paint in there, add a little splash of water, and it makes a world of difference when it comes to not giving you as many paint strokes. I mix mine until it's kind of like drippy, you know? It's kind of like a trial and error thing, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. So I'm waiting for those nightstands to dry, and while I'm waiting, I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum Bright Coat Metallic Finish in like a gold color. Okay guys, so I did the first coat, and now I'm going to go in with my 600 grit with the extra grassy side. And I'm going to lightly sand the surface before I add my second coat. I was debating whether or not I would do a second coat because it's already pretty dark. I wasn't worried about bleed through, that's why I didn't do primer. But I'm gonna do a second coat just to give myself peace of mind and say I did it. So I'm gonna sand and then do the second coat, and then we'll move on to the sealer. So I wanted to give you like a lit up close visual of what I do. So I start at the top. I'm using like a zebra fan brush, and I drag it down. I try not to do too many pulls through the paint, but sometimes you need a little help getting it down. And I try to do as long as strokes as possible. It's super bright outside today, guys. Maybe this way? I don't know, but I lied. So I was going to use my paint on poly. So I was gonna paint on the poly, but had a change of heart, and I'm gonna go in with this is Voiceover's Polyurethane. This is the oil base. Normally I like to use water-based everything just because it's an easier cleanup, but because it's a spray on, I'm not so worried. And this is the clear semi-gloss, and I'm just spraying the top. I might decide to spray the bottom once I get started, but the plan is just spraying the top. Okay, let's get into it and finish these guys up. Okay guys, so it is 2 days after I've started this video. I went to my parents yesterday and that's my weekly thing. So I actually did a spray on poly on top, and then as you saw I did a wax on the bodies of both of these. Not what I was planning on doing. Normally I like to just stick with one finish, but I know I was feeling a little adventurous. But I'm not loving how the wax isn't darkening up the black like the poly spray is. So I am going to, and it's helping me today, I am going to go in with some Howard's Feed and Wax. This bottle has been through a lot. But I'm gonna take some Feed and Wax and rub it all over and see if that makes a difference. I knew I should have just gone with the spray for everything, but I didn't know if I had enough. Okay guys, so I've let the Feed and Wax do its thing. I'm gonna wipe the nightstands down real quick, just to get whatever excess is on there off, and then I'm going to add the handles, stage, and then post them. So stay tuned to see the staged pictures, and I will let you guys know as soon as I sell these guys. And I hope this video was semi-helpful. If you guys have any questions on my methods, go ahead, leave comments below, and don't hesitate to message me on Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. So yeah. Alright guys, so as promised, here are the after pictures. They turned out quite lovely, in fact, and I'm super happy with the way they look, and someone else is happy with the way they look too, because I actually just sold these for $100. I know that doesn't sound like much, but for something that I'm just trying to get out of the house, it was plenty. So until next time guys, I will see you in the next video. Bye!